Okay, good morning children. We are going to do this chapter which I have not mentioned on the board as there is less space. We are going to learn about India, our country. Okay, India, our country. This is the chapter we are going to learn. So we are going to learn about physical features of India and where it is located. So in previous class I had told you that India is situated in Asia, in the south of Asia, okay, in the south side of Asia. And then I told you which is the time decided for India. IST, Indian Standard Time, is whatever time falls on the longitude of 82.5 degree east. This also I had told you that whatever time falls at 82.5 degree east, which is crossing through Allahabad, Prayagraj, is the time decided for whole country. Okay, these are the things we had learned. We also had learned India is a peninsula, and I told you peninsula means this area of India of south is covered by water. Okay, we have here Bay of Bengal, here you have Arabian Sea, part of Indian Ocean. So this full area there is water, covered by water from three sides. That's why India is a peninsula also. Okay, and we learned about there are different neighbors of India. In the south we have Sri Lanka, you have Nepal, China, Bhutan, Pakistan. All we have got 7 neighbors. China, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Bangladesh are in the east. Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east. Sri Lanka in the south. And then somebody asked me about why Sri Lanka is shown in India's map. I gave you a reason also that because of the latitudes, but there is also one reason because of the ocean laws are there. According to the ocean laws, up to few kilometers, the whatever water bodies comes into the boundary of something, some particular country, that will be also falling into that area. So because of the ocean laws, Sri Lanka is shown in the map of India. So we have neighbors which are in the north, which is in the east, China, Nepal, Myanmar, Bhutan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. We have got these neighbors. Then I told you that we divide India into different physical features, and I told you we have got different physical features. Here we have mountains, okay, in the north. Here you have got mountains, okay. Then all this is your plain area. All this is your plain area where we live. Then this all is your plateau area. Here there is desert, isn't it? So we have very different features. Mountains, plain, plateau. Here it is plain. Here you have got plateaus. Here you have mountains. Here you have got desert. Then here we have got coastal plain areas. These all is your coastal plain area. And here we have got islands. Okay, so we have different physical features. And in the previous class I also had told you about one physical features we were learning about. First we will learn about the mountains. So we have got Himalaya mountains. What is the meaning of Himalaya? Himalaya is taken from two Hindi words, him and ale. Him means snow and ale means home. So Himalaya means abode of snow or house of snow. These mountains in the north are covered with snow. Okay. Now these mountains are not the mountains, only one mountain. There are different ranges of mountains. When you have chain of mountains, well, mountain means only one. Okay. And chain of mountain means when there are lots of mountains together, which you call in Hindi as Shrinkhala or Sakha. एक साथ बहुत सारे पहाड़ हैं. Chain of mountains. So here we have got different ranges of mountain. And we divide this Himalaya mountain into 3 parts. Greater Himalaya, which is called in Hindi as Himadri. Lesser Himalaya, which is called as your Himachal, and the lower Himalayas, which are called as your Shivalik. So the highest one, you have got one range, second range, third range. Okay. So the upper one, which is very high, where you will find Mount Everest, that is called as your Himadri or Greater Himalaya. Okay. Alright. So here I told you the highest peak in Greater Himalaya is Mount Everest. These mountains are 6,000 meter above the sea level. 6,000 meter above the mean sea level. Highest peak is Mount Everest and K2. And what is the name of K2? Another name of K2 also I told you. Mount Godwin Austen. Okay. We call it as K2 because here Kanchenjunga range is there. In that Kanchenjunga range, the highest peak is Mount Everest first and second highest mountain peak is K2. That's why it is written K2. Kanchenjunga's second highest peak it means. K2 means Kanchenjunga's second highest peak. Are you understanding whatever I am teaching? Okay. So, we have got 6,000 meter above the mean sea level mountains. We have mountains like Everest, the highest peak, and K2, the Mount Godwin Austen, or K2 means Kanchenjunga's highest peak. Now here, there are different ranges. Ranges mean chain of mountain. One you have, I told you, Kanchenjunga. Another one you have got Zaskar range. Another range you have Ladakh range, okay, and Karakoram range. Sorry, I said Mount Everest and K2. They are from Karakoram range, not Kanchenjunga, Karakoram range. Okay, Mount Everest and K2 are from Karakoram range. Highest peak, first one is your Everest, second is your Mount Godwin Austen. And in this Kailash range, Zaskar range, Ladakh range, Karakoram range, there are different mountain ranges. On the highest top, which I am talking about, Himalayas, first ranges, highest hills. So, and these places are always covered with snow, and here you will find the glaciers. Glaciers means the snow, the rivers of snow, and these glaciers melt and provide water into different rivers. Then second we have, I told you, we divide Himalayas into three. Now second one is yours, the lower one, which is known as your Himachal, okay, which is called as your lesser Himalaya or Himachal. These one are 6,000 meters above, 6,000 kilometer above, and these are up to 4,500 kilometers. Okay, it starts from maybe 3,700 to 4,500 meter above the sea level will be your Himachal ranges. Okay, and you will have your Pir Panjal range, the longest and most important range. Here I told you have Karakoram, Zaskar, Ladakh. Here you have got Pir Panjal range, which is the longest range. Alright, and then famous hill stations, famous valleys and hill stations you will find in this second range, the middle range, which are the ranges like Kullu, Kangra, or different hill stations where you go, like Sikkim, okay, and Arunachal Pradesh, Bhutan. All these will fall into these second range, which is called as your lesser one. So lesser Himalaya consists of famous Kangra and Kullu Himachal Pradesh ranges, and this region is well known for all hill stations where you go for your summer vacations and outings. The range extends eastward. When you move this eastward, it moves to Nepal, and here there is a range in Nepal of these mountains only, Shivaliks, which is known as your Mahabharat range. Okay. It then forms an eastern Himalayas in Sikkim, Bhutan and Arunachal Pradesh. So it is in the north here, but when it moves to east, it is in Nepal also, in Arunachal Pradesh, in Sikkim, In Nepal, the ranges are known as Mahabharat ranges. Alright, then we come from third one, the lowest ranges of mountains of Himalayas are your Shivalik. Now how high are they? They are spread over an area, the breadth of this mountain range is 10 to 50 kilometers, but height from the sea level will be from how much? 900 to 1100 meters. 900 to 1100 meters. Oh, sorry, kilometers. Alright. So this is the highest 6000. 4500 from 3700. This is up to 1100 kilometer. If you will move from plain areas up to 1100 kilometer areas is your Shivalik ranges. Okay. And these Shivalik are covered with lot of gravel, alluvial soil, okay, and longitudinal valleys lying between lesser Himalayas and Shivaliks are Dehradun. Have you heard Dehradun? So Dehradun, these are the places will fall into the Shivalik, okay. Then this moves Himalayas beyond Brahmaputra. Here Himalayas ranges, here you have Brahmaputra river, Himalayas here. Beyond Brahmaputra river are known as Purvanchal. It is moved to the Purab, east side. So these mountains are known as your Purvanchal. So Himalayas in the north, when they are situated towards after the river, which river? Brahmaputra river, they are known as Purvanchal. Purva means east. They are known as Purvanchal. They are lower in height and include Mishmi Hills and Garo, Khasi and Jantia Hills are also in Purvanchal ranges. So this is about your Himalaya mountains. Okay. So we have learned about that Himalaya is divided into three ranges: greater, lower, lesser. Greater, lesser and lower. Greatest one is Himadri. Lower one is your Himachal. Lesser one is your Shivalik. Height 6000 here up to 4500 from sea level, and here up to 1100 kilometer. Different ranges are Zaskar range, Ladakh range, Karakoram range, I told you. Highest mountain peaks, Mount Everest and Mount Godwin Austen is there. Here in Himachal we have got the Pir Panjal range here. Then you have got, when they are from Brahmaputra river, they are known as Purvanchal range. Okay. So this is about the one physical feature of India. Second one we have, the second physical feature of India, we have got the plain areas where we are living, where all of us live in UP and all. This all is your plain area. This all area is the plain area. Which I am showing you, this is your all plain area. Which I have crossed is your all plain area. So the region of south of Himalaya range. This is all Himalaya. South side of Himalaya range is your all plain area running west to east. From west to east in the south of Himalaya are your plain areas. How they are made? They are made by different rivers when they brought with them different silt, gravel and alluvial soil. River Indus, River Ganga, River Brahmaputra. Okay, three rivers. River Indus flows from here, River Ganga from Himalayas, River Brahmaputra. All these rivers, whatever material they brought and collected, this is how this land area was made. Okay, so the Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra, along with its tributary. There are other rivers also which falls into Ganga river and in Indus river and in Brahmaputra river. They also brought some material and collected on its bank, and over the years when this material was collected, these plains were made. Alluvial soil from millions of years. So it took many years to collect this alluvial soil, gravel. Okay, then these plains are created. Who brought this material all? That all material was brought by these rivers which I am saying, Ganga, Brahmaputra and Indus river. So when they flew from mountains and their areas, जो भी वो लोग बहा के लाए अपने साथ, वो सारा मटीरियल उन्होंने जमा कर दिया अपने किनारों पे, and then these plains were created. How big are they? They are 2,400 kilometers long and 240 to 30 kilometers broad. So their length is given 2,400 kilometer area they are covering, and breadth wise they are covering the area up to 240 to 220 kilometers. Northern plains are very rich in minerals. The fertile here is the soil here is very, very fertile. Lots of minerals are there in the land because all the minerals brought by the rivers are deposited on these plain areas. Okay, and here the climate is also very good. If you go to the mountains, it is very cold. If you go to the desert, it is very hot. Here it is very humid. So the climate over the mountains, the plain area is very, very comfortable. Land is fertile. Availability of water from the rivers made this area very, very good for agriculture. So the people mostly of the northern area, plain area, do agriculture because of the availability of fertile land, good climate and availability of water. Three main rivers I told you, Indus flowing, Ganga flowing from here, Brahmaputra rivers are there. Other than that, there are different other rivers which are also famous tributary falling into them. Ravi, Vyas, Satluj which join river Indus, okay, and Yamuna, Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak, Son, Koshi, they join river Ganga, and Brahmaputra is joined by the river Tisha. So as I told you, here from Punjab and all you have got Ravi, Vyas, Jhelum, Satluj. They join the river Indus which is flowing, and which river Ganga is flowing, that is joined by Koshi, Ghagra, Gandak, Yamuna. They all fall into river Ganga. And in Brahmaputra river Tisha falls. These all rivers, whatever material they create and bring, they deposited and made this plain area. Both Ganga and Brahmaputra merge before falling into the Sea of Bay of Bengal and form a delta which is known as Sundarban Delta. Now if I say here that the Ganga river is flowing here, okay, Ganga river flows and it is met by here Brahmaputra river, and then they both join together here and mix together before falling into Bay of Bengal. So Ganga river and Brahmaputra river, they meet each other, they flow towards the Bay of Bengal and fall into Bay of Bengal. So before falling into Bay of Bengal, Ganga and Brahmaputra meet and they create Sundarban Delta. So wherever two rivers, before falling into any ocean or sea, the river will deposit some material, and because of that a delta is created, that is known as that place, whatever is created because of the deposition of material is known as delta. So here also, because of Ganga and Brahmaputra, they meet together and land area is created in triangle shape before falling into sea. Then it is known as Sundarban Delta. So we have two divisions learned: mountains, plains. Plains are created by river. Which three rivers I told you? Which are the tributaries? How many kilometers and big? Why agriculture is done? Because of the fertile land, availability of water and good climate. Two rivers meet together and before falling into Bay of Bengal, whatever material is collected, they deposit and Sundarban Delta is created. The next we have got to learn about the physical feature is your desert area. In Rajasthan, you have desert. Okay, so what is about Indian desert? Indian desert is towards the west of Aravalli Hills. Here there are Aravalli Hills. Here there are Aravalli Hills. Okay, so west of Aravalli Hills is a desert area. This side. This is your west, this side your east. So west side of Aravalli Hills, there is desert areas in Rajasthan and all. And there you will find lots of sand plains and sand dunes. Mountains made up of sand are your sand dunes. This area receives very little rainfall. Okay, average rainfall is up to 25 centimeters per year. Okay, annually. So less rainfall is there here. So today for this much is for this class, that you have to learn about 3 mountain ranges, that is your Himalaya mountain, plain area, how it is created, which are the rivers, how many kilometers it is, what is delta. Then third one, desert, where it is situated. What do you find in desert? You find in desert, you find the sand plains made up of sand and sand dunes, mountains made up of sand. Rainfall is very less. Other 3 physical features we will learn in the next class. But before that, read yourself once, and whatever doubts you have, you can ask me in live class. Thank you.